Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm getting a ton of different questions on how to find a good deal when it's creative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to underwrite and show you the numbers on one of the properties that I closed. And I'm going to show you the proof because I got nothing to hide that we're the actual owners and that we're actually purchasing these properties on seller finance and subject to. So this property here is a seller finance deal that we bought back in November 2023. So you can see over here, it's owner finance. This is my business, and this is the address. So you can see the address, and then you can even see down here um, that it was purchased owner finance for 135,000 with a $15,000 down payment. So it was about 11% down for a 0% seller finance. And just so you guys know, it's the purchase contract, right? So 135,000 owner financing, 15,000 down, close of escrow, and then once again it's the address. So, all right, super excited to kind of break this deal down here, show you what the math looks like, what my thought process was when I was going through it. You guys know the address, it was on the other clip, but there's a couple of things that you have to look at when you're looking at a seller finance deal, right? So the first thing is purchase price. The second thing is your down payment or your entry fee, right? And we'll kind of explain more about that as we go. Interest rate, and then your length of your term, right? So, well, you hear a lot of investors say balloon. So let's say we had a 10-year balloon. We would pay the mortgage over a 10-year time frame, and then the end of the 10-year mark, we would have to pay the remaining balance. So imagine a balloon popping at the end of the 10-year mark. So obviously, our purchase price on this property was 150,000, based off the purchase contract and the settlement statement. Personally, seller finance deals aren't the most important thing. The purchase price isn't the most important thing, but you don't want to like overbuy, especially if your length of your note is short, right? Because if you have a shorter note, the property's not going to appreciate all the way, or, you can't refinance the loan and pay back the entire bill. Like you're going to go upside down. Now, if you have a 30-year note, you got a long time for that property to appreciate, right? So in this situation, we overpaid for this property. It needed about, I think, $80,000 of renovations, but we were okay with that, right? We were okay with that because of the location. And I'm going to show you something after this clip that shows what our thought process was. So the seller wanted 15,000 down, right? So that was about 11% down on this deal, and he seller financed the rest. So he seller financed $135,000. We were willing to give him a higher purchase price. So I would say the house is probably worth 125 at the time, maybe a little less, but he gave us a 0% loan, principal only, and we pay him $200 per month. That is literally my mortgage payment to this seller. We pay him $250 a month. Insane. He gave us a 5-year note. So we pay him $250 every single month. And then at the end of the 5 years, we'll have to pay him back. So I think we owe him about 123K at the end of the 5 years. So just you stick to that number, and I'm going to show you how this is all going to break down. All right, so now we got the overall deal structure in place. So we know the purchase price, the down payment, how much money we pay every single month, the interest, and how long we have. Now, we borrowed money, private money, so from our investor friends that, want a passive income check. We borrowed money for that to buy the property and also to renovate it, right? So we pay about $400 with taxes, insurance, and the mortgage, and then plus $900 in private investor money that we owe. So we owe our investors $900 a month. So this is about $1,300 that we owe. And then we also, in this neighborhood, is about $1,800 a month in rent. So with all said and done, we make probably about $600 per month in cash flow, with zero money out of our pocket. So we borrowed from the seller finance, and we've also borrowed money from investors, right? How we're going to pay back our investors and how we're going to pay our seller is we're going to do a cash out refinance, right, in a couple of years. So I know I said that I purchased this property kind of high, right? But the biggest thing about this is I'm going to show you what's going on with this property. We bought this property in a super, super nice area. All right, what's up, guys? So yeah, obviously I'm pulling this up on Zillow. Um, we bought it as a 1,100 square feet. You see that it's like super overgrown over here. It was vacant for 5 years, but this is literally, I would say, like an A-class neighborhood in Louisville. It is super hard to find houses out here. There is bars and restaurants all over the place. So if you look at this map here, on State Street. The house is on Brownsboro Road. And if you walk down State Street right here, you can walk down this road. This is Frankfurt Avenue. And there's tons of restaurants, tons of bars, so much nightlife. It is an incredible place. And basically, what we did here was we actually converted the whole first floor. So we opened up all the rooms. It is going to be an open kitchen concept with the living room. It is now a two-bedroom, one bath. And there's so many recent sales. So there's a one bedroom, one bath right down the road that sold for $205,000. Like, are you kidding me? You got a 2-1 right down the road on Pope Street for 270. 1-1, 225 sold 3 months ago. 260,000 26 days ago. So there's tons of properties um, selling in the area, and it's kicking butt. This sold for 260,000, and look at the quality of this. Absolute dumpster, right? Oh, it's not a dumpster. It's okay, but it needs a lot of work. It's super dated and it's sold for 260,000. So when we originally comped this property, we thought our ARV was going to be about 265. Um, yeah, we think we're going to hit the 300s, honestly. So it's a crazy, crazy equity play. We're cash flowing $600 a month for the next couple of years. When we refinance this property, we're going to pay back the seller, we're going to pay back our private money investors and have over $100,000 of equity. And we bought this house for $15,000 seller finance. So pretty cool. Now you can see the kind of the thought process when you're working through these deals, and understand that with seller finance, you can pay a little bit more. You can give the seller the purchase price. You can give the seller more of a purchase price if they're willing to work out a deal. So if you understand how that works, then let your creativity flow and you can make some magic happen with creative finance. So hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see you guys in the next video.